Put your head on my.
Alright, so it's the Coffee First podcast, the first one in the new studio. And damn, by the camera quality, I got mics now, got all these lights I gotta set up. On this first one in the new studio, I got somebody I've been wanting to talk to ever since I've been going to poetry events every Monday at the Corner Beat. Wonderful events. We got another one every second Tuesday. He's a poet himself. Every third Tuesday. He's a poet himself, an author, an MC, and a community leader. And I'm sure if the Black Panther Party was still here, he'd be in that bitch as a leader too. We got Q the poet in here. Thank you. It's a pleasure having you, man.
Appreciate you letting me be here, brother. Appreciate it.
It's dope. I've been waiting to, because I see how you run stuff at the Corner Beat Cafe, and I see how you just carry yourself, how you don't hold back. Yeah, it's cool having you here, man.
I appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it.
My favorite one, I'm not gonna lie, was that time. I feel like you was in there and you was talking your shit on the poem, but it was kind of like a statement, like, don't forget, I could fuck some shit up. I could fuck some shit up, but you were just chill with it.
Yeah.
You was just calm with it, and you kind of set the tone. Like, people was thinking you was weak, but you showed that, nah, I'm strong.
Yeah, you got to remind them every now and then. Sometimes
Yeah.
people think when they see black men doing art, they just think that's all we are as
Yeah.
artists, which is cool, but the art comes from something.
It does.
You know what I mean? And for me, it comes from the street, you know what I mean?
So why'd you choose poetry?
It chose me, honestly. See, I'm old school, so back in the day when you would write, like I used to write all the time. I was always writing. My mom always said that I was writing in the womb. She said I used her umbilical cord. You know, she said she don't remember me not writing, so I've always written.
That's cool.
But I think after, I'm from Gary, Indiana, so I'm gonna try to give the short, long version of the story. And I don't know if you know anything about Gary, Indiana.
Nah, not too much.
Other than
Not
Michael
too much.
Jackson and, you know, the
Yeah.
family, but it was a steel mill city, majority black, one of the first cities after Reconstruction with a black mayor in the 60s. And a lot of violence came in after the steel mill. So we had the biggest steel mill in the country. My father worked for the steel mill. A lot of other black men worked in the steel mill, but after they outsourced the steel mills and sent them away, joblessness went up, and you know what I mean. And they separated the black family basically. So they brought in a lot of guns and drugs, and you know. And when that happens, you get that street element. And so me not wanting to be a part of that life, I sat back and I just watched through the window. See what was going on around me, and I just wanted to kind of what you call report on that. So I would see things kind of like an artist, you know, when you're drawing something, you see a picture and you're drawing it.
Yeah.
But for me, I was seeing things that I didn't want to get involved in, and I was writing.
Some lyrics.
Yeah, I was writing it, and it just kind of took off. And the elders in the neighborhood, you know, they kind of saw what I was doing and questioned me about some things, and then gave me some history on some of the old poets back in the day. And they gave me the title poet, but it's not something you can just call yourself. Like me now, I don't call people who get up and do a poem a poet. It's got to be more than that. You know what I mean?
It's a
title that you got to earn.
But you can do poetry.
You can write poetry. Yeah, you can write a poem,
Yeah.
but you're not a poet unless you got to earn that.
That's
you know
cool.
what I mean? As far as I see it, you got to earn that.
That's cool. Yeah, so you see it as a title. That is cool.
Yeah,
like,
it's a title for sure. And
you
it's one
can
that I
be-
take very, very sincerely, very seriously.
You can make music, but you have to be an MC to be called an MC. And
Exactly.
Being an MC is different than
Being a
just
rapper.
making music. And being a rapper, honestly.
Yes, MC is totally different. Yeah.
Being a rapper is way different than being an MC.
Yes.
And I've been seeing that the more I've been in the music scene and been doing this, like, I've been noticing MCs and I've been noticing rappers.
Yes.
So it's cool.
It's different.
Cool.
It's definitely different.
So on here, I like to ask everybody one question. And the main question is, what's your morning routine?
All right. Well, it's simple. I get up in the morning. I do breath exercises. I do breathing exercises first. I get up and I inhale and exhale for about 3 minutes straight. I do deep breathing. Once I get past that, then that's my oxygen, and then I go straight to the kitchen and I put the hydrogen. I drink a glass of water.
Okay.
You know, those are the first two things that I do every morning when I get up. Those are the first things, because I know that I'm not responsible for my breath, so I have to control it. You know what I mean? Once I get up, like when I'm unconscious, that's whatever you want to call it, universe, the Most High, whatever you want to call it. But once I get up now, I'm responsible for regulating that
You be
breath.
feeling good after you can take control of your breath and
Yes,
your breathing.
yes,
I ain't gonna lie.
yeah,
Somebody
yeah.
put me on the cold showers. It hurts every time I do it, but
That's next.
It be helping.
That's the next
It
part.
be
It's the
helping.
cold shower. Yeah, I do the cold showers as well, for sure.
Yeah,
Definitely. It's good for your skin, and it's good for your oxygen. It's good for your blood flow. It's good for all that. So yeah.
And when you get in a nervous situation, you know how to control your nerves. Breathe, and you just let it happen. Then you just do it at that point.
I actually was inspired. I wrote a poem about it. Actually, my morning exercise. I wrote a poem, not called morning, but I'm saying I wrote a poem about me getting up and doing my breath work. I said before I even write, I do breathing. Before I even write, if I let the pen hit the paper, I go into that breathing method first before I even do that. So
that's cool. All right. See, people be forgetting how much controlling your breath really is.
I tell you what, they'll find out they try not to control it.
They don't hate.
So you'll find out quick.
When did you decide, what came first, the book writing or making the CDs?
The book was first.
The book?
I did my first book in 2000, either 99 or 2000.
Yeah.
My first book. So yeah, it was before. The books definitely came before the CDs. So.
You still got them out? We can find them?
No, I'm working on a new one now. I just got. I'm glad you asked because I'm working with 2 local artists on the cover design. Okay. So the cover is pretty much done now. The back cover, the front part is done. The back part is in almost finished. And then I'm just gonna put everything in between it. So yeah, so my next book should be coming out hopefully by the end of this year or early next year.
Yeah, dope.
Books are harder.
I can't find any of your old ones.
I'm gonna try to bring. I think I still have the original.
I know you got Bandcamp, so you can still listen to the CDs.
My last 2 CDs on there before the one I did here. My last 2 CDs on Bandcamp for sure. Yeah.
He's sleeping on 3 CDs that I can't listen to.
So the newest one is on. It's on everything. The Q the Poet is on. Apple Music is on YouTube. It's on everything. The newest one that just came out last November. Okay. You can catch that one on. Just go to Q the Poet, and that's on all the streaming networks. The 2 before that one is on Bandcamp. Okay. I might have physical copies, CDs of the ones I did before those. So.
Ooh. You ever thought about making them a record? People be rocking record players. You want to make it a record?
You know, I do listening parties in my house I do vinyl listening parties in my house.
Oh, for real?
You never heard? I've been announcing that for the longest. Yeah, people have been coming to my vinyl listening parties for the longest. The next one is October 5th. That's the next one.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, me and Simon are big vinyl heads. Love vinyl.
All right.
Yes.
Bet. Ooh.
But cool. You need to probably turn me on to how to get those past CDs into vinyl. Though. You mean turn me on to that? Okay. Because I can do that here.
I just people be hitting me up to see if they can make a vinyl out of the music that I have out, but that's digitally. I don't know if they can do a CD, but I can definitely ask them because that would be cool. Just have a vinyl. Of yours.
That would be cool. That would. I would love to have that. That would be nice. Keep me posted on that for sure.
All right, cool. So how did it feel like when you writing the book? Like, what's the mindset you got to go into as an author? Because you're no longer in that poet mode where you're just writing a piece and letting that piece flow. When you make a book, don't you? It's like a different mode being an author than just a poet.
Well, the books were poetry books though. I put my poems, so they were what they call chapbooks. So it's the poems inside the books. Okay. So they were poetry books, but yeah, it is a different mentality though because when I'm speaking the poems, it's me giving you the cadence and delivering it the way I want it to be delivered. When I put it in the book, it's like, you got to follow the rules of English. You know what I mean? Punctuation, all the stuff that I don't like. So I got to put myself in a different place because now I want you to make it your own. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. So I can't control how you read it, if that makes sense.
Like you want them to come up with the rhythm
on your own head. Right. Yes, you're making it yours now, but I got to at least put the words in there to where you can have the tools to do that with, though.
That's kind of crazy. If I'm thinking about it from like a person that makes music, on the standpoint, like that's like sending them the lyrics to my song and just having them read it.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool to listen to somebody else read your poem on stage. Like I've had that at the Pearl. One of the hosts. She goes up there and she reads like my poems out of my books. I still have copies of my books, but I'm not for sale. I have my own physical copies, and it's good. It's interesting to listen to hear how somebody else reads your poems on stage in front of a crowd of people.
That's cool.
It's pretty different. So I kind of like the idea of knowing that somebody else can take my book home and make that poem theirs.
That's cool.
That's kind of cool.
That's cool. Well,
it's just more difficult for me to do a book than it is to do a CD. I can go in the studio and like right we're here now. You just give me the headphones and put me in front of a mic and I can just go. When it's a book, I don't type, I write. So I got to find somebody to type the poems. And, it's just more of a process. That's why I do books last, because it's just a bigger process to do books than it is to do a CD.
Okay. Dang. Yeah, because I guess you do have to go through a team and like have somebody check the punctuation
Yeah.
and like go through. All right.
It's more of a process. It's more of a process for sure.
Well, that's cool though.
But
Like,
in the
that you
studio,
still
it's just
doing
me
it.
and you. It's me and the producer. You can
Yes.
say, okay, Q, that wasn't loud enough. Go ahead and do it again. I can just go in and do it again. And you say, all right, it's done.
What makes you want to do the book idea? Like, is it because like?
So I guess for reading, 'cause reading was my first love. So that's probably where the poetry came from, because I love to read. You know what I mean? So I love to read. So I think that there's other people out there who love to read, you know. And for us, black people especially, you know, it was illegal for us to read. So I wanted to give us the opportunity so we can be literate. You know what I mean? And I think a friend of mine ran a literacy council. And my first book, he bought 50 of them. And he said that the students there were more, they looked more forward to reading something that they can relate to as opposed to something that was intimidating. So poetry was easier for them to kind of read it, to learn how to read poems, than it was to do like big chapter books. It was less intimidating. So I guess to answer your question, it came from my love from reading. I love to read. So.
Okay. What top book you got? Give me one of your favorites.
Oh
One of your
man,
favorite books.
one of my favorites. There was so many, but let me. I can say the book that changed my life was probably "Message to the Black Man" by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
All right, cool.
And then from there, I went to the autobiography of Malcolm X.
Something I'm adding to my audio, but hell yeah, I'm about to get that. And then I'm about to go ahead and check it out.
Can I give you a hard time right now?
Go ahead.
You know, audiobook, brother. Read the book, man. Read the book, man.
I
Read
will.
the book,
I will.
brother. We ain't on that, man. That's them. That's not
I
us,
do
man. That's not
audiobooks,
us.
but I also get the book. Like,
Read the book, man. The book is gonna mean
Alright.
more to you than listening to it. Somebody else read it to you, man.
Alright.
Read the book, man.
Alright.
Read the book.
I'll read it. I'll read it. Get the book. All right, I got you. So, I want you to shout out where we can find your Bandcamp and where we could find.
Oh, okay. I can do that.
Any of your. But look into this camera right here.
Oh, my
right
bad.
here.
My bad.
Wow,
My bad.
Right there.
Okay. The Bandcamp is Still Black C, STILLBLACKSEE.bandcamp.com.
Bet. Like, yeah. See, now I know where to find it, and now y'all know where to find it. Check them out. I'm telling you,
It's also on the business card that I gave you.
I mean, yeah, but I can't
That's what
shout
you
it
find.
out.
Well,
I
right.
don't
Yeah,
wanna
well, you
shout
could
it
have.
out.
We know that
I
for sure.
want you to shout it out.
The newest CD that came out it's just called titled Q the Poet, and it's on it's just Q the Poet. It's on Spotify, it's on Apple Music, it's on YouTube,
Okay.
and it's just Q the Poet, and
So what makes you
it's an EP.
wanna get started with the open mic scene? What makes you so inspired to hear other people's art too with it?
That's what. But you answered the question. That's where the inspiration comes from. It's like hearing other people. But I've been hosting since I think my first started hosting in the '90s.
Okay.
I was living in Memphis, Tennessee, and I hosted an open mic in the '90s. So it was my first time hosting an open mic. And it's something about I talk a lot. I like to talk. So, but when you just on the list, you can only go up there and do your poem. You got to sit back down. So, opportunity came up for me to host because the owner of the spot that we were doing open mics at, she said she liked the way that I talk when I'm on the mic. You know, when I'm doing my poem, and she asked me was I interested in hosting the spot at her spot, and that's where the opening came from. So, and I feel like it was like love at first sight. So,
Yeah.
so once I started doing it, I was like, man, this is cool, because I felt like it was a real platform to let me get out what I needed to get out. Because I'm a community activist, and I wanted people to be more community oriented. You can't really do that with one poem, you know what I mean? So when you're up there talking, you can actually rally the troops. Basically, it's
Yeah.
like a coach. You can get the team players ready to go.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know.
All right. See, I was gonna ask about that. Like the community activist, when you really wanted to be involved in the community, did that start out in Memphis or did that start out in?
Gary.
Out
In Gary, Indiana, where I'm from.
Okay.
I started there because they said it was a very crime-ridden community, and I wanted to kind of help curtail some of that crime. So the first organization I started was called POW, Protecting Our Women,
Okay.
because there was a lot of things going on in that community, and I wanted to make sure. And a lot of single mothers was in my neighborhood, and a lot of them worked late. So me and a couple of brothers, we would stay up all night to make sure that the mothers made it home safely without anybody harassing them. So that was the first organization. It was called Protecting Our Women,
Oh.
and it just
okay.
kind of grew from there.
That's dope. All right.
Something we still need today. We still
Yeah.
need.
Yeah. Honestly.
Our women and our babies are first. If we don't protect our women and our children, then what are we doing? You know, we can't really call ourselves men, to me, if we're not protecting our women and our children.
I mean, that's where I feel like the role man comes from is
Right.
protecting your women and your children.
That's it. We are protectors and providers. That's our
Yeah.
job. And if
Yeah.
we're not doing that, then, you know, we need to question what we are, for real.
All right, that's cool. So that just carried on through each thing that you did, each move that you made, like that leadership role, that wanting to do better for the people around you.
Right.
That's cool.
And that's what the title of one of my poems is called POW. And it came from that. So POW is an acronym for Protecting Our Women. Is also Prisoner of War. You know what I mean? So many different things that you can do. So I like acronyms to make poems out of those acronyms. So.
Okay. That's dope as fuck. Oh, man.
Kind of like your shirt. Actually, it's a shout out. Kind of like your shirt. Need.
Yeah, new
effort every day. You know what I mean? So that's you know what I mean. We rhythmic people by nature from Africa. You know, we rhythmic people, and we just picked up on those rhythms, and we also pick up on words and letters and how they all have some meaning to them. So
that's probably why we're so close to music as the people.
Oh yeah, the first sound came from Africa for sure. Yeah, the drum. You know, all the instruments came from Africa.
Yeah.
Music came from Africa. So yeah, that's who we are by nature. It's just who we are.
That's dope. I mean, have you traveled to Africa?
Not yet. I'm on my way. I'm working on it either late this year or early next year for sure.
Yeah.
That's the plan. Definitely. Me and my nephew was just talking about that. He's been a few times already, and we talk about it. He's been sending me some information on how to get that process with the paperwork rolling. So yeah, that's gonna happen. That's definitely gonna happen.
What other spots you traveled out here?
Say again?
What other spots have you traveled out here,
When you
like
say-
in the United States?
I haven't been to the far east or the far west. So I haven't been to California and I haven't been to New York.
Okay.
But pretty much almost, not everywhere in between, but a lot of states. I've been to a lot of states right now. So I quit my job in 03 to 07, and I just traveled the country performing. That's what I did. So I went everywhere from Texas to Illinois to Missouri. I mean, I was all over, man. I was all over. And I enjoyed that life when I'm able to travel and perform on stages around the country. That's that life I like.
Cool.
I actually want to get back into that, really.
Yeah.
Traveling again and just performing.
Like road trip traveling?
Yeah, road trip, for sure.
I want to try that out. I'm not going to lie. Like,
let's connect. Let's do it. Let's connect.
Because I want to do more with it. I'm
you should.
tired of just performing out here.
Yeah.
I did it a lot last year, and then I did it a couple times this year.
Mm-hmm.
And then
where'd you go? You said you did.
Went to Cali.
Okay.
Performed in St. Louis.
St. Louis was one of my
Performed in
favorite
Seattle.
spots to perform. When I was performing a lot in St. Louis. It was a spot out there called Legacy Books and Cafe.
Okay.
And it was a beautiful spot. And I was living in Memphis. I would drive to St. Louis every Friday, or at least 2 or 3 Fridays a month. 4-hour drive every week. That's how much I enjoyed that spot, though.
Oh wow.
That's how much, it was a really good spot for real.
See it? Yeah, it was cool out there. I felt good energy out there, especially when
Some
I
really good
performed.
energy.
It was just the stage was different, the crowd was different. It was just like,
You know the name of the venue you know the name of the venue you performed at? Okay. How long ago was that?
that was like what, maybe 2 years ago?
Okay.
Nah, last year.
Okay.
Just like
It's been
around
many
winter.
years since I've been out there though, but yeah, it was a beautiful venue. St. Louis really loves the art. They really, really love the art.
That's where I got connected with a lot of beat makers and producers too.
Okay.
Like if I was out there more on the business vibe, I feel like I could have got connected with a lot more people.
I'm sure.
But with the mindset I was out there, I was like, I just want to perform. Let's
Right.
perform. So I was just out there talking, performing, and after I performed, trying to get some ass.
Okay.
I was just like,
Did it work?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
pretty cool.
Okay.
It was pretty cool. Sometimes it wouldn't
Some
work.
beautiful
but
sisters in
it
St.
was,
Louis.
it was
Some
beautiful. It was
sisters,
beautiful
yeah.
out there. So I was just like, yeah.
I'm friends with a lot of beautiful sisters out there. So still, yeah.
That's what made me like come out here. I was like, dang, I gotta get out.
Right.
Get out, because women outside of Colorado alone is way different.
Yes,
and
sir.
I feel like the women outside in the United States, like outside this.
Oh yeah, I was out the country.
Way
Yeah.
different. And
Have
I'm
you been out the
like,
country?
Nah,
Okay.
not yet.
Yeah, I
Not
love
yet.
Jamaica. I've been to Jamaica twice. I went to Costa Rica earlier this year. Some beautiful, beautiful women over there.
Yeah.
Some beautiful women. Costa Rica is a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place for sure. So
That's one spot that I want to go to.
yeah, you want to go to Costa, and it's not
Yeah.
really expensive at all. It's not really. You got a passport, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you should. Man, you got to use it, brother.
Yeah. I didn't. What stopped me was losing the job where I was traveling at more.
Okay.
Because they were basically just paying for my traveling. I worked at United, so I was like traveling for free at
The
that
airline.
point.
Oh, no
so-
doubt, for sure,
yeah.
definitely.
And then once I lost that, I was like, dang, all right, now I gotta pay for these tickets. Looked up the tickets, I was like, damn, that's a lot. I gotta
Yeah.
save up. All right, cool.
Yeah, you can catch them early though. You can catch some deals. You can catch some
Yeah,
deals. You know.
Yeah, I'm learning that more. That I'm like the recent time I went to Vegas, it was cool because I
Oh, you
learned,
flew?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like catch it early. It was like $100.
Yeah. Yeah.
A round trip. I was like, cool. All right.
It's pretty good. Yeah,
But-
it's pretty good. Yeah.
I gotta get it early, or just do the road trip thing.
I'm down with a road trip. I'm always down with a road
Yes.
trip. Yeah, especially with more people. Like I drove to, was it 2023? I went back to Florida by myself. It was a 22-hour drive one way.
Ooh.
I drove there and back, 44 hours
Ooh.
round trip by myself. I'm not doing that again. I mean, I'd rather do it with somebody, but I like road trips though. I mean,
I
it's
think
like I
that
can
was-
think and open up my mind, but it got a little stressful too at night, especially going through those southern towns at night. got a little bit stressful being by yourself. Black man in America by yourself doing the South.
Yeah.
Driving by yourself can get a little stressful sometimes.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you know, but I made it. You know, I made it back in one piece. But I learned my lesson. I won't do it again.
Riding
by
to
myself.
Texas was crazy. Riding by myself.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, I don't think I should have took this road.
Yeah,
it was
that's.
just like
I was feeling that way in
people just
Louisiana.
staring at me like, what you doing here? And I'm
Yeah.
like, why y'all staring at me in my car? Like, y'all is intimidating me and y'all are outside of my car.
Right.
Leave me alone. Y'all don't even have no car here. Like, I
It's
feel like I was gonna like turn the corner and see them like trap me off. Like, let me get up out of here. Hit that U-turn, got back on the highway.
I don't blame you, brother.
That next exit.
But no, road trips are good. So if you down, we might be able to connect and do some stuff. You know what I mean? Because you know, road trips are cool when it's more than one person. It's definitely cool for sure.
Yeah, and I feel like gives you that knowledge too of cities that you got to pass through, like the state. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you know where Dallas is. You know where
Exactly.
Houston is. You know where Austin is. You know where San Antonio is, like from just driving, because you got to pass through all of them.
Right,
you know?
right.
So it gives you that knowledge too.
Exactly, for sure, definitely.
I feel like road trips is very, very better, much better to travel with.
Much better, much better.
So, how did you get connected with like the band that you have now, Ray? How is it working with man, and I forgot his name. Chad.
Mm-hmm.
How's it been messing with the Colorado musicians?
It's been lovely. Actually, that's what kept me motivated and kept me inspired. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've been doing poetry for a long time. You know what I mean? I know how to do poetry, of course, but it's something about when that music is behind you. It's like you can set your cadence to that rhythm that the instrument is playing. You know what I mean? So it's different for me. I remember a long time ago when I started. I mean, I've always wrote, but when I was starting to performing with a jazz band, it's like something happened to me at that moment. It's like, oh, this is it right here. This is what I want to do. I want to perform with a jazz band, no matter what. So it helps me relate back to my roots when I'm playing with jazz musicians and stuff. It helps me relate back to my roots, and I can improv more when there's a band behind me. It's more fun to improv with a band. Like you was there this past Tuesday.
Yeah.
That piece that I did, it was like an improvisational piece, but it was easy to continue it because Ray was playing, because I was letting the saxophone drive me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So the saxophone, any instrument, saxophone mainly.
I'm gonna be louder the next time you do it too, cause
I got you. No, it's all good. I want to speak on that.
I was like, dang, yeah. As people, there's two in there. You gotta make that shit like you gotta make that loud.
I want to speak on that part though, but I appreciate y'all doing that. But no, I was gonna speak on like the instrument is like a car, and the poem is like the passenger. So the instrument is just driving me. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like I'm being driven, and it just makes me want to participate. So it's like the instrument is doing the work, but I want the instrument to do all the work. So I want to participate, so we can like feel like we're working together. You know what I mean? So I think jazz and poetry is a good marriage. I think it's a good marriage, and some marriage has been still together for a long time. I don't think they'll ever get divorced. I think they're gonna stay together forever. So it's definitely, to answer the question, I think it's definitely more motivating and inspiring for me to have musicians playing with me and behind me. That's and cool. It's even inspiring to see other people calling these musicians up to play behind them now. So just adding more to the art, to me, just adds more to it.
I feel like there needs to be more, especially in the hip hop scene. If we mix more musicians playing behind the hip hop scene, that's why I like what Ray is doing with his jazz night, where he's gonna have them improvise behind a band.
Right.
And you got to improvise if you want to hit that stage.
That's right.
Like,
it's pushing the boundaries for you a little bit. Yes.
Because like if hip hop, that was how it used to be.
I was about to say that.
You would have musicians playing with you on stage at a show.
Yes.
That's how it should be.
Think about the Roots, the Roots.
Yeah.
That's how they started. They were a jazz band when they came out. They had a MC, two MCs, and a jazz band behind them, a full band. That's the way they came, and they still doing it that way. So that's what it is. You know what I mean? That's what, and a lot of artists who on the road, they have live bands with them. You know what I mean? Common, and you can name so many who got live bands behind them. It just sounds better. It just sounds good. It's a good marriage.
And it's a show. Like I'm sitting there watching you, and I see musicians playing behind you. My eyes is like, all right, I fall back, but I fall back on the musicians, then I fall back on the artists, then I go back on the
audience. The audience is getting so much more.
It's
getting so much more for sure.
Instead of just having one artist on there, and you just watching the DJ do his thing.
I think I saw you do it, City Records.
Yeah, I was at City Records.
When that one time I went, you had to do with the guitar, the bass behind you while you was rapping.
Jay Cynical.
That was dope.
Yeah,
it was real dope.
Yeah,
that was dope.
I love having Jay Cynical on there, and he plays. I'm trying to get Ray to come to more shows. I want to get more musicians playing behind me at my shows.
That's good. That's good. I would definitely strongly suggest that, brother. That's good.
Because then, people will pay $20 to come see that.
Oh, easy. Easy, because you're getting your money's worth. You're getting your money's worth. You're getting your money's worth, for sure. I just did a show at Two Moons. And it was me and a live jazz band from the Pearl Cafe.
Okay.
And it was a 2-hour show. I did the first hour, they did the second hour.
That's dope.
But they played behind me the whole hour.
All right.
Yeah, and there's about 10 of us that showed, 10 supporters that showed up and watched it. It was one of my best shows because it was just so easy to flow with the band playing behind me. It was just so easy to flow.
Y'all
so
just
easy.
vibing out.
Yeah.
It just became everybody in sync and just
Right,
doing
exactly.
their thing.
And a couple of weeks before that, I did another one with a jazz band at Brother Jeff's Cultural Center. Anywhere I can go with a band to play behind me, I'm
so he hosted shows there too?
Brother Jeff?
Yeah.
They do an open, I think it's not an open mic, but I think it's not an open mic, but it's a show every, they do it on First Ride. Yeah,
Okay.
That's what it was First Ride.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's cool.
Live jazz band, I played in front of them. It was dope. It was good.
Cool.
It was really good. So.
See, I've been hearing more about Brother Jeff.
You got to connect with Brother Jeff. You got to connect with Brother Jeff, for sure. You definitely do a podcast for Brother Jeff, if you can. Brother Jeff is a legend in the city. He's a legend here, for sure. Yeah. So definitely give it up with Brother Jeff, no doubt.
His building looks cool, too. Like,
it's a
I've
beautiful
been in there
building.
a couple times. My
beautiful.
homie does a book mobile library, but he does it at the 5 Points, like right there at the cross streets.
Okay.
And then he'll do like a community discussion over there. His name's Bakari King, so he'll do a discussion over there every second Thursday
at the center. Okay, every second
Thursday.
Is that today? No, that's not today.
No,
today's the third. It's the third.
Last week.
Last week. Okay.
But
text me that so I remember. Yeah, but I know he does has a food pantry. I think they do food giveaways from 10 to 4, I think, on Wednesday, I believe.
Okay.
So, yeah, Brother Jeff is doing it all, man. He's doing a lot for the community, a lot.
That's cool.
For sure.
That's cool. See, I'm going to have to tap in with more people like that because, honestly, that's the type of people I'm trying to get on this platform, too.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That would be good to have.
Right.
It would be good to have Brother Jeff over here, for sure. No doubt about it.
They're a different type of creator on a different level. You know? They got a higher...
You can gain a lot.
frequency.
You can gain a lot of information from that brother, for sure. No doubt about it. He would give it to you willingly, I'm sure.
I feel like it's good to connect with those people, especially in this day and age out here in Colorado.
Definitely out here in Colorado.
Changing. It's definitely good to bring more of our people together so we can do more about it.
No doubt. No doubt.
Because it's been slacking a little bit.
Yeah, we got to build it back up. It's on us, though. It's mainly the youth. It's really mainly on y'all to do it. It's really mainly on y'all to do it.
Yeah,
sure.
I feel that too. You know,
you can get the wisdom from the elders, but the strength comes from y'all.
That'd be the best way to connect with them, like through social media or like bring them back to how things used to be. Get them outside, do word to mouth.
Yeah, I mean that's where they at. But yeah, you got to meet them where they at. Yeah, cause they not. I'm not saying they're not on social media, but it's gonna be better to deal with them face to face. Yeah, I want artists to deal with me face to face. You know what I mean? I want young especially to deal. Anybody can do the. I'm not saying nothing wrong with social media. That's not what I'm saying. But we got to get more to that eye contact. You know what I mean? The man to man and handshake to handshake kind of thing. We got to get more back to that for sure.
Teaching them how not to be so sensitive.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Cause that's what I'm glad you said that, brother.
People are so sensitive this day and age. Like, oh my God.
I done found out more since I've been here about the sensitivity than I've ever seen. And I moved here from Florida. And it was more open to me there than I've been experiencing since I've been here. The sensitivity here is higher than I've ever seen.
I just be tripping. I be like,
I was wondering if it was just me, but I'm glad you said it first. So, yes, sir.
It's not just, I see it,
brother. It's rough.
Just because how I was raised. My mom's from the East Coast and my dad is from the South. So when they moved out here, their whole family just adapted to that, and they didn't change for nothing.
That's good.
They just raised us with tough skin.
That's right.
They would be like, "Yo, you was ashy. What did you? What did you go do? Do flour? Go put some lotion on." Like,
let me sit back and get comfortable now. See, now you done tap into a conversation that I can have with you. So
that's how I got my name.
So your parents, they kept you on the straight and narrow. They didn't let you succumb to the environment around you because you have to be tougher than the environment around. Because this is. The sensitivity thing is hurting us as a people directly, but it's also hurting us as artists because it's like people want you to babysit their feelings.
Yeah,
that's not my job.
Yeah,
you can get up and leave, and that's kind of why I do it at the Corner Beat. You can get up and leave or where I'm hosting, but you don't have to like what we saying. It was free for you to get in here. If you got a problem with it, if I got a problem with something I'm hearing, I'm gonna leave. Mm-hmm. If I'm uncomfortable, I'm gonna leave. Mm-hmm. But to go and tell somebody or go tell on the person that's saying it, what is this coming from? Like, where's this level of privilege where you feel like you got a right to tell somebody they can't say what they want to say because you don't like it or because it makes you feel a certain way. I always tell people, put your big girl panties on or put your big man drawers on and just keep it moving.
Just keep going.
You know what I mean? But anybody got time to be babysitting your sensitivity? Who cares?
Like, come on now.
The world don't care. I'm raising a daughter, and I tell her the same thing. The
It's
world
probably
don't care
something you either
about your feelings.
Needed to hear, and just didn't want to hear.
There you go.
Or you just wasn't ready to hear, and that's the only two ways you could take it. Like, you needed to hear it so you could react the way you want to react, or
That's
you
right.
just didn't want to hear it, and you just gonna react the way you want to react. Like, you either gonna not want to hear it but do something about it, or you needed to hear it and do something about it.
And do something about it. Either way, you gotta do something about it. Either way, you can't run from yourself.
Run from it. You can't.
I gotta say, I commend your parents for teaching you that way, brother. That's dope, especially in this day and time. So, cause you gotta be what?
28.
Oh yeah, so I'm glad that they, for sure.
Yeah. They definitely.
And you said your mom is from the East Coast?
Yeah, she's from New York.
Oh, she's from New York.
She's from South Bronx.
Okay.
So.
Well, ain't nothing weak about that anyway.
Yeah.
You already know she wasn't having it. So, and your father's from, you said the South.
His family's from North Virginia area.
Okay.
So they moved out here.
So
right before my dad was born.
Virginia and South Bronx in you.
But my grandma still was raising them, like.
Okay.
And she had 7 kids. My other grandma.
And she's from Virginia.
7 kids, and they was like.
And she probably grew up in that time when the racism was extremely powerful. So yeah. So,
and they were single mothers.
So we tough.
They was not having that.
Is that toughness by nature?
Wasn't having it at all.
So yeah. So you got it from both sides.
Oh,
yeah. You got it from both
yeah.
sides.
That's how my nickname. They was clowning me. My head was blocking the TV, and they were like, "Move, Eclipse."
Wow, that's good to know.
They were like, and I was like, I didn't like it at first until I got to middle school, and I was like, actually, that's a pretty cool name though.
It is pretty cool. So, Eclipse, yeah. I like it. That's cool to know that's where it came from. That's pretty cool.
My dad be tripping on it every time. Every time he'll see me, he'll be like, "Hi, I gave you your name." I'm like,
so it was him. It was him, no doubt. Okay.
Him and my uncles, they was watching TV. I was in their way.
That's dope. That's dope. Yeah. Eclipse. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, brother. That's pretty cool that you took that from a child and you kept it in your adult life. That's dope. Yeah, they used to call me my mom used to call me Paragraph because she said I always talked a lot. So, but now that talking has paid off, you know what I mean? So she called me, she said, because she would ask me a question, look, a sentence, not a paragraph. I just need a sentence. I don't need the whole story. Just give me parts of it. Give me the important part because I got stuff to do and I don't need the whole story. So she called me Paragraph. And so, because now I write a lot of paragraphs.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
It happens.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So sometimes our parents know more than we do. What
they be telling the future. Like,
exactly.
Yo, you going to be one that just be talking and you going to be one that's just always in the way.
Right.
I feel like I'm always in the way when
that's
I
good,
be doing
though.
stuff.
That's good.
I mean, it's not in the way stopping nobody, but I like to be in,
That's called being at the right place at the right time.
Being motivated, you know what I mean?
Right place, right time. You got to be there.
That spirit of, let's do some things. Let's do something.
I like it.
Like, even if you having a bad day, I'm like, fuck it, it's a bad day. Let's see how we can make it a good day.
Right.
At the end of the day.
I want to go back to something though, if you don't mind. I know you're supposed to be asking the questions, but since I see that you feel kind of passionately about the sensitivity, have you written anything about it?
Oh yeah.
I actually have a poem called Sensitivity. I wrote a poem when I moved here because everybody was so sensitive, and I was like, I got to write a poem about this, man. This is crazy. So I wrote a poem about the sensitivity nature that I was seeing here because it was just too much. It was way too much.
I got like 3 songs about it. I performed one of them, and I got some people mad at me. And then I got 2 that I haven't performed. But I know if they hear that one, they're going to be really mad because I was like, fuck it. I don't care.
Yeah,
but,
good.
Like, honestly, I'm past it all.
I got you.
I need to just stop being sensitive for people. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool being kind, but
kind and sensitive are 2 different things.
It takes so much to where they need to be like, oh, you're being, kind and sensitive is 2 different things. Yeah. I guess I was being more sensitive than kind always.
Oh, you saying you were being sensitive?
No, like I was saying, like I felt like I was being kind.
Yeah, I believe
too
it.
kind.
Okay,
but
yeah. People taking your kindness for your weakness.
That, I feel like I was being sensitive instead of being kind. Like
sensitive to other people's feelings.
Yeah. Okay. Instead of being kind and like telling them what they needed to hear, but not caring about their feelings in the process.
Because that's truly what kind is.
I used to care about their feelings too much to where I would just like, all right, whatever.
Right. Yeah, that'll run you crazy. Yeah. You get stressed out from that. You can't babysit people's feelings, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. You got to tell your truth, and no matter how they deal with it, but it's your truth. Because if you don't tell your truth, then you don't want to stuck feeling bad.
You put yourself in the box.
Right. You can't do that. You can't do that.
You can't do that. That holds you back.
And historically, especially where we live in America. Has America ever cared about our feelings? I mean, honestly, have they ever cared about our feelings? No, they never cared about our feelings. Matter of fact, they did the opposite. They showed us every day that they don't care about our feelings, about the stuff that they did to us, and the stuff they still doing to us now. So it's not like we're trying to get them back, but it's like they put that in us to where caring about feelings is not really necessary. Yeah. Even though they did They did the worst that they can do without feelings. They did the worst. But what else? We're just trying to live through this thing.
I feel like they taught us to care, but showed us not to care. Like, showed us how not to care, but they taught us, like, to care in, I guess, the things they were doing.
They wanted us to care more about them than they cared about us.
Yeah,
that's for sure. They wanted, but true. You know, the whole turn the other cheek, and you know what I mean. But they didn't show no love and no caring, no consideration for our feelings whatsoever. That's true. So, if they are the ones who are upset about what we're doing now, it seems hypocritical when all you were doing was the opposite. But, you know what I mean? But now we're doing it just through words, but you did it through action. Yeah. You know what I mean? Lynchings and the things that they did. So you develop a no sensitivity thing when you see the stuff that we've had to see throughout our lives since we've been here. So artistically, I know that my mom told me a long time ago that she would support me 100% as long as I was honest. Said, but if you try to cut back your truth to make people comfortable, I won't support you. So I always needed that support. That's cool. So I was going to be honest no matter what. He said, you don't worry about the consequences. Martin Luther King Jr., he had to tell his truth. He didn't worry about the consequences. He knew death was coming, and he continued to tell his truth. That's cool. Malcolm, death was coming, but he continued to tell his truth. I got to tell my truth. My daughter knows that hopefully it won't come, but if it comes, she knows that she got to pick up the mantle and keep it going for me because that's my legacy. You know what I mean? That left behind. But I'm not going to sacrifice my truth for fear of death or fear of incarceration. I can't do that because then what am I, a coward? Now I can't live my life a coward.
That's one thing my older cousin, he told me, he was like, we're here for a good time, not a long time.
Right, exactly.
So just have fun while you're here. Mm-hmm. But also, don't be stupid.
You got to tell your truth.
Learn. Yeah. You know, make yourself better.
Right.
Care about yourself. He told me that recently, maybe like 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
And it like helped me out, like gave me that, all right, let's just tell our truth. Let's be.
We gotta do it.
Let's not hold back on stuff.
Like, we can't. And fear is not real anyway. I always call it false expectation appearing to be real. Yeah. It's an acronym. Of course, we know that it's not a real thing. So it's an emotion, yes, but it's not an emotion that you're supposed to hone into. You know what I mean? Because what you're going to do, you're going to let everything scare you and you're not going to do it if it scares you, so you can't hone into that fear thing. So
fear is funny to me because fear will literally have somebody sitting on their couch not doing nothing. And will be like, they will let 15 years pass by because they are scared of one thing. And it's like, why?
Right. Fear of failure. Fear of failure is a big thing. People think they're going to fail, but you won't know if you're going to fail unless you got to try it.
Unless you do that.
You got to do it.
Oh,
you got to do it.
You got to do it.
And you learn in failure. You learn. That's where you learn from. You learn from your mistakes. So, you know what I mean? But
I'm still scared of the water. I ain't going to cap. I'm scared of the ocean. I tried to go in.
I can't swim, but I still love the water though. But I can't swim, but I love the water. I love the water. You know, I'm always in water. I want to be around water. But I'm smart enough. It's not a fear of it because I just can't swim. I just never learned to swim. But I know my limitations, so I know to stay in the shallow part. You know what I mean? I know where I can go to where I can stand up and not be over my head. If I go too far, then that's on me because I know better. I can't swim. But I love the water. Something about the way water makes my body feel. You know what I mean? So I need the water. So for sure. So I try to be in the water as much as possible. For sure.
Well, honestly, it was great having you on here. I ain't gonna.
Brother, this is a pleasure. I remember the first time you came into the Corner Beat. You know, I think the first time. Then you gave me a shirt the first time I met you, I believe.
The first time I gave you a shirt just because I was like, oh, he seemed like a cool dude, especially after seeing you host it and everything. I was like, yeah, let me throw this. Let me get it.
I was impressed right away, though. I was like, this brother doing something. I mean, for one, because I don't know if you performed that night or not. Did you perform that night as well?
Yeah, I did
so you
some
performed.
Singing. I
sung that. This brother, he's an artist, and he's doing this clothing line. I said, that's cool. I love to see young black men do that kind of stuff, brother. I love to see young brothers actually, like you said, you can't be scared. You got to do it.
You got to.
You didn't do one. You did two different things. You know what I mean? And you're probably going to do 2 or 3 more. Well, actually 3 different things. You're doing this podcast. So, So you're doing clothes. You're doing art. You're doing podcasts. That's inspirational for a lot of young brothers and sisters coming up behind you. So that's good. I'm glad you're doing your thing, brother. Proud of you. Proud of you. Congrats. So it was an honor for me to be here, brother. It was an honor. So I appreciate you giving me the opportunity.
You know, the inspirement is like a cycle. Y'all keep me inspired, and then it inspires y'all, and then y'all keep me inspired, and then it inspires y'all. Like the artists and people I put on here. All the stories I've been hearing, it's like it keeps me inspired to keep doing it. So
it's like the elders say, the ancestors. It's like the struggle continues with us. You know what I mean? Everybody has to do their part to keep inspiring the person behind them, so the person behind them can be inspired by the person in front of them. So it's just our job to continue to inspire the next generation. So I appreciate the fact that you're doing that. Then you're doing it in media, which will give other people the opportunity to come in and want to know about media, and you can help them along the way. So definitely appreciate
so now
you
people
doing
can
what you're
check
doing,
out where your CDs are, and they can tune in with your book. I'm gonna have you one more time look at this camera before and tell us where your CDs, where your playlist, we could hear you.
So I just shout out everything then, right?
Yep,
okay.
yep.
All right. Cool. All right. So this is Q the Poet. You can find my newest EP, which was just released November 2nd of last year at Spangalang Brewery, Black-owned brewery in 5 Points, historical 5 Points. You can find it on all the social medias. It's on YouTube. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple Music. It's just Q the Poet. You can go to that and you should pull it up on everything. My CDs prior to that would be on Still Black Sea. It's STILLBlackSee.bandcamp.com. There's 2 CDs on there. A Son Never Forgets, and For Big Mouths and Bad Feet. If you purchase them off of those websites, half of the proceeds go to breast cancer research. My mom died from breast cancer, and I give money back to black women to help pay for things that the insurance won't pay for. Hopefully the new book will be coming out soon. I'll give you more information on that when it comes out. You can find me at the Corner Beat every Monday, 6 o'clock, 1401 Ogden Street. Every Monday. It's a pure open mic, 20 names on the list. You can find me there. I host the Pearl Cafe every 5th Friday, and I host the Basement every 3rd Tuesday, also at 6 o'clock.
Yeah. It's the Coffee Fresh Podcast. Shit, go do your thing.
Put your head on my